Opposed?
Yeah.
Company, here we go. All right.
Can I talk about dogs?
We're talking about what?
Dogs.
Okay.
You're right, there's an annotation that, suggestion that made, entire dog income go to the owner and to the
I
charge.
can't
Great,
do,
can't hear.
Sorry?
Speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't hear you. There's I have put in an annotation, I think maybe I did this. CGS charged the city $75 if dog is redeemed within 24 hours,
Right.
and 305 thereafter.
okay, so we did discuss it, right? I think we did talk about, it.
Right, because what it says is the suggestion was that the entire dog impoundment cost of that go to the owner.
okay, good,
So that it's not that, all that's listed here is 50 for the first
okay,
and 150 per second, but actually we get charged more than that by, by the Columbia Free people.
the humane side, right?
Yes,
Okay, so what is the change now? Sorry.
it's just about the impoundment fees. First and second impoundment fees, which is rows 9, 9, 10, and 11 are the impoundment fees.
Right.
And we talked about the fact that we actually get charged $75 if the dog is retrieved within a certain amount of time. And after 24 hours, it's $305 thereafter. I probably forget.
So,
So what the suggestion was that rather than having a fee established based on each impoundment, that the full cost of this situation has to go to the owner.
Right.
And we might also have just a flat penalty fee of 50 regardless of what number impoundment it is. But if, they have to pay the cost of the impoundment. Because right now, that's not how it's structured.
okay, fine.
So it would be $50 per impoundment plus costs associated with that.
Okay.
Which vary depending on that owner.
Right, because right now the city pays for the impoundment fees, so we want to charge the owner. Okay, fine. So maybe we could. Birth, death, and marriage certificates. We have 10.
The note that's in here, it says be set by state.
Oh, right, fine. Done.
So do we want to talk, are we just gonna go through this, or do we want to talk about the vacancy stuff?
Well, there's two other fees. We want to talk about vacancy and
I want
plumbing.
to talk about plumbing.
Okay. I don't have much of an update on vacancy, other than I emailed Craig Hay. The last email I got back from, which I believe was about a month ago, that I emailed him today, but no, I haven't received a response.
Yeah,
No, he didn't, no.
Oh, he did?
He answered
Nothing.
nothing.
There are about 16.
There are
there's
16
people,
properties.
yeah, they apply we can apply the vacancy fees, but none of them has been collected.
And he said they're in the process of notification.
He's in the process from last year, from 2024.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I think what we need is to get him to report to us on notification and the date the notification went out.
Wouldn't the vacancy fees be on Heather's treasury report every month or so? Like the building permits,
Don't know.
even if it's 0?
Well, I don't think they would, unless we have because we haven't collected anything.
Right, but my point is that it's not even on the report,
It's not,
even if it's 0. We have building permits on the treasurer's report. So maybe we just need to put vacancies on the treasury
oh, I
report.
know what you're saying.
Just so that,
So-
One more item, in the list, yes.
just so that it's in people's.
Yeah,
Yeah, so plumbing, which also I wasn't able to figure out exactly where that goes.
yeah. Where is plumbing?
So at the moment,
What is it? What is the fee?
well, hang on.
Okay.
At the moment, in the city of Hudson,
Mhm.
if you do not use a plumber who is licensed in the city of Hudson, regardless of whether the job requires a permit or not, that's a whole different issue.
Yeah.
You just want somebody to do your, air conditioning, roof, maintenance, whatever, right? If you do not use a licensed Hudson plumber, you have to pay $300 per job. So you might have a job that's $150, but if you don't use a licensed plumber in Hudson, you'll be paying $450. And that's a $300 each time that plumber or a non-licensed plumber does something in the city of Hudson.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
I know.
thought that well, hold on a second.
It gets more interesting. It gets more interesting.
Okay,
In order to become a licensed plumber
yes,
in the city, you have to take plumber's exam, which is set by the board of plumbers.
Mhm.
We have not had a board of plumbers for years. So it is impossible for an outside plumber to become licensed in
Yes.
Hudson. And Craig has tried to bring up the issue that we need to reinstate the board of plumbers, and he also had some suggestions on how, what the requirements need to be to get licensed and so on. So my proposal is that until such time that the mayor's office appoints a board of plumbers and that an outside plumber can in fact participate, that fee should be dropped down to maybe $50 per job. So that if you really strongly want to use whoever, it's gonna cost you 200 instead of 150, which is not unreasonable. Now, if you are a licensed plumber in the city of Hudson, your fee to maintain your license is 200 per year, fixed amount. That's it. And then there's no additional fees by the job. So,
so for what I know is that if you're not a licensed plumber, because I have the issues with my,
yes,
if you're not a licensed plumber for the city of Hudson, you cannot work in the city, period. No, there is no fees.
no, you can.
So you're saying there is,
Yeah, you can, but there's a big penalty, there's a big fee.
well, it's not that big. 300 is not that big.
Depends on the job, doesn't it?
No, because the current plumbers can be a lot more expensive than somebody from Canaan, for example, so.
What I'm saying is, if I want to use the same person to do my annual furnace and air conditioning maintenance, those jobs are not expensive. It's like $150, and then I'd have to pay an additional $300.
No, I understand.
That's
I
more.
understand. I just, you're sure that you
Oh, yeah,
you can use it.
yeah.
That's all news to me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So because I was paying whatever, I had to hire, yeah.
It's just such a bureaucratic catch-22 that you can't.
I was told from the city back that you only have to hire, plumbers of the city, period. I didn't know there was an option to pay extra. And then, yeah. Okay, so in the meantime, this has to be discussed. You're saying the mayor's office?
Yes, a board of plumbers has to be appointed. And currently the requirement is for 5. Craig recommended that they drop that to 3. And then he had there are also various criteria around who is eligible to apply, etc. And he had some good suggestions on that. So I can put something together. I don't think we have to have any, well, maybe we need a resolution on making this change, but we can put a letter together to send to the mayor's office. Then that, this is the action that we're taking
That's a good
until
idea.
such time as there is a.
And that has never happened in the city? What was
No,
that?
there was a board of plumbers.
How many years ago?
Quite some time.
If you look at line items 139 through 147, item number 143 says non-resident application fee for plumbing permit, good for one job, $300.
All right, well. So let's just take care of it.
Yeah, so I think until we have a path for the plumber to become a resident plumber, that means that.
Jobs to fix it.
Yeah.
Is it only the mayor's office that?
Yeah, the board of plumbers is appointed every by the mayor. I can follow up with Craig.
Would that be it? Is that,
And that's, this should probably not be a plumbing permit. because there's a lot of plumbing jobs, a lot of jobs done by plumbers that do not require a permit per se. But for a plumber to do any work, they have to pay 300.
All right. Fine. To change the number of people in the board of plumbers, is that a charter revision?
I don't know,
Code?
I'll ask Craig.
Hmm.
I don't know whether it's just a code.
Fair enough. All right, so you want to take that on Monday, great. What else? Do we want to go back and start at the top again?
Yeah.
All right, vendor fees.
Oh, and by the way, Rich, I wasn't able to figure out in the treasury report, so you need to ask Heather where that shows up, that 300. Because it's not actually a plumbing permit. I don't know where it goes. I haven't been able to figure that out.
I mean, if there's building permit fees,
Right, there are, but there are permit fees associated with plumbing if you need a plumbing permit.
right.
Which is fine. And I think that all of these fees that you see here, the 75, et cetera, those are all things that would require an actual plumbing permit. But there's a lot of work that plumbers do that doesn't require plumbing. So for example, if all the plumbing has been put in, right? And you're just getting a plumber to install a bathtub and the plumbing it's already set, that doesn't require a permit. They're just gonna hook up the
Oh.
bathtub to the existing plumbing.
It's not every job.
Sorry?
It's not necessarily every plumbing job.
Exactly. But whether or not it's a job that requires a permit, if you're non-resident, you have to pay for it.
Fair enough. Okay. So next, vendor fees. I'm looking at row 17. Vendor fees we have is for a year, vendor is $400. Non-resident, $100 for a resident. 3 months is $300, 75 for 3 months residence. 3 consecutive days, vendor fee $50. Amendments? No?
Well, I think they should go up by 25%. I mean, they haven't been changed from 2012.
Since
and
2012.
Yeah,
So you would increase all of them by 25%?
well, I think the ones that haven't been changed from 2012.
All right. fine.
What are you thinking of that?
So, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, so 400 would be 100.
It's the non-resident ones that are going to go.
The non-residents would be 500,
Okay, so non-resident, sorry, is 500.
125.
One,
And, yeah, the 300 goes up by 25.
Then 3 becomes 375.
75 is what? So 3 month resident from 75 to what?
So 75.
3-month resident was last adjusted in 2020.
It's fine.
I would still do it 90. It's a little bit less than 25%, but I don't know.
How many are there? Actually, do we know?
Yeah. Where are you?
All right, so line 22, 3-day consecutive vendor fee,
So
$50.
50, 25% is 12.5. I would just do another 10, so $60, just 20.
So you're going to 60 on the, non-resident,
We are,
you're going from 50 to 60.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm going from 75 to what, 90? Peddler,
I don't
hawker.
know, you can go more, wait, the resident. So the resident is going, oh, it's 2020, the last renewal, so yeah, I get it. I think, wait,
So here's the thing,
20,
a 3-month permit, if you're raising 3 months from 75 to 90.
yeah, no, I want to continue.
The annual one is 100, so that kind of doesn't make sense.
The annual,
Annual residence is 100. In 3 months is 90.
But we raised that from 100 to 125.
Yeah.
25%.
so do we need to have the 3-month, year and all this? What is the, why,
I mean, I could,
why have so many categories?
I guess,
wait, hold on.
I was gonna say maybe for the summer.
Yeah, right,
months.
Oh, there we go.
right, so like Yummy Truck is not here during the winter.
Yeah, they have a whole restaurant now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they, sorry,
They have a whole establishment.
oh, they are where?
Yeah, they both. Cannibal Factory.
Yeah.
Where?
Cannibal
Cannibal,
Factory.
yeah, the only year, in there, same hours.
They were so convenient. It's right outside my door.
They're not that far.
So let's just do the year.
Yes, I think it is a seasonal thing.
Yeah, so year resident is the 125, maybe. What do you think? I think, yeah, we said 125, wait.
Yeah.
125, 3-month, maybe 75 is good, I don't know, so we leave it the same,
You could make it 90, 75 to 90.
okay?
It'll be $30 a month.
That's fine.
It's not much.
3 consecutive day, we said 60?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so how is that different then from peddler, hawker, solicitor, transient merchants? I don't know, is vendor only food?
We need to find out what's more.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't have any.
The only thing that I can think of in terms of, you know, transient merchant stuff is presumably like the fact that in those events, those people have to get
Single
on the end of the day, right?
Single day is $25 in this.
Yeah, no, given, like, that's a very low, volume, it's not like they're making a lot of money, I don't regret it.
The guest vendor fee for the Hudson Farmers Market is $30 for those 4 hours.
For 4 hours.
Sense the
So maybe we should,
comparison.
and what does a, year-round vending fee
It's like 500-ish change.
for the year,
600 for the season.
for the season? Do you think in the winter and in the summer? so?
Yeah, separate. So it works out to maybe 20, 30 bucks, 25, 30 bucks a day. But for a guest vendor, it's like 30 bucks a day.
I mean, we also have a lot of out-of-towners coming to Hudson just for the farmers market. Farmers market, I think, is a lot.
Right. But that's not, isn't on here. I'm just using this. as
Oh,
reference.
Right.
Yeah. Just so, you know what other vendor fees are.
Yeah, so I think, in light of that, single day of 30 is reasonable.
Yeah, 30 is. All right.
I can't imagine that we have too many people applying for yearly or monthly, transient merchant things. How transient are you if you're probably either from?
I mean, I know there's a few food vendors and beyond that.
I was dealing with the young people on some issues that they were having. And so they explained their whole fee thing to me, and they were paying a vendor. They weren't paying a transfer.
Right.
So I don't, these people probably don't serve. These hoppers.
Flag Day. I don't know what else.
Well, why don't we, ask if any fees have been collected? In the last 2 years.
I mean, the question is too, is like, if there's a vendor at Flag Day, right? There's a city, let's say, for instance, Flag Day gets a mass gathering permit down for the waterfront. They have up team vendors, right? I don't think the city is charging each one of those vendors at Flag Day. A vendor fee.
So we should be. You mean it's right here?
I mean, for any event that happens down by the waterfront.
Well, don't you need a permit?
I was gonna say, right, you have to have a permit.
Yeah.
For vendors.
Just-
I mean, there's a mass
go up.
gathering, for like, for any event that happens, say, waterfront Wednesday, wherever it is. There's always vendors down there.
Mhm.
I don't know if any of those.
Their
vendors-
event was up and down Warren Street.
I'll ask Miss Sandra about that, if we ever collected them. She must, know. Who should be the department knowing, but
Question.
I can start by asking Heather and then she can tell me who to ask.
okay.
City clerk went.
I think the clerk's office is probably who would know.
It's a question. I don't
Yeah.
know. Because you have up team vendors at each one of those events. I don't know if any of them are paying fees into the city.
I'm putting them on that I will get information on it.
For the farmer's market, there's just one fee for the farmer's market, how does that work?
Farmers market is, well, it's on the county lot.
Oh,
So yeah, it's not on city property.
And it's, how much is it to have a table?
I don't
Uh,
I think it kind of just gives them.
Huh?
The farmers market pays insurance.
yeah, I think you have to pay something.
Right.
And who are you paying that money to?
Who?
That is the farmer's market has its own organization.
It's on.
So does that money get collected by that organization?
Mhm, yeah.
And then you have to pay insurance and everything outside of that, and,
And every vendor has their own insurance.
okay.
So you have to show proof of insurance. Yeah. Okay, all right, so that's a big question. I know, right, there's an event organizer vendor license, single day event organizer license, a 3-day event and charitable organization. Like I said, I don't know if that, maybe this is encompasses all of the vendors that are in that event. Maybe there's just an event organizer license and not an individual vendor license. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I will ask.
Are you gonna find out about them?
I will ask.
Okay, and I will find out about the hawkers.
You find out about the hawkers. Good. Okay, auction. $25 a day.
We don't have any phone numbers, right?
Wait, I'm on auction.
Oh, sorry.
A fee of $100 in security bond.
Surety.
Bond running to the city manager. This auction, I'm assuming this is not the same as like the auctions that happen here in town on a regular basis. Like public sale or something. These must be just. Don't know.
Maybe the antiques at auction houses, antique stores.
Look at that, our property auction, which is nasty.
Pawnbroker. What do you have to pay in order to be a pawnbroker?
Me? Yeah, it's been a while, because I've already, put everything in house.
You're good at everything.
Now I'm trying to figure out how to get the money together.
Good luck.
We don't have any phone numbers.
No.
No, these are not, we haven't used
It's a
them.
big one. Going out of business, damage, good fire sale, water sale, once again, I don't think that's. Amusement center, like, once,
Why would you have to pay a fee for going into business?
oh, I don't know, still tax.
Should we just remove them?
But it does say no increase in 10 years, so I don't know.
We could
Still,
ask, we could ask, for, like,
But what's the logic in asking the store to pay for going out of business? They're having a sale. They're collecting sales tax. I mean, why do they have to pay a fee for going out of business sale versus an end of season sale? I just don't see the logic.
this is probably put in like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I think we should remove it.
We could ask them if it brought in any money. And we'd ask if it's brought in any money over the past 15 years.
Yeah.
And then say, amusement center, $50 per machine per year, which runs May 1st to April 30th. Per machine per year, so what does that mean?
That was back 2004. So was there like in the city where there's any amusement park,
We have like the,
they used to come here?
yeah, be like rides, carnival rides.
Or it was the
now.
circus?
Even with the unplugging.
Right, it was
Well,
something more than Flag Day,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
What, but were there ever, like, this is per machine, so I'm thinking this is more like an arcade situation?
There were, they have a little area where they have little games and stuff.
So we have got that in the past?
Mhm.
We don't have it now.
I haven't seen it down there in a couple of years. I don't even know the last time, but it's sure, it's
I mean,
been that long ago, but it's been.
it costs a lot of money, $100 for.
I mean, it's just Flag Day now. No?
Yeah.
There are
There's
some,
rides down there.
The carnival thing is fine, but $50 per machine, if they don't exist, why do we have to pay?
Did they come back?
They could come back.
well, who knows, we may have a different mayor and they come back crazy stuff here.
Pool halls.
I think we're down to one pool.
Do we collect a fee from the pool hall?
Sorry?
Do we collect a fee from the pool hall?
We would have to ask, Hoffman.
There's only half one. Huh?
Union Grove has a pool table.
Oh, it does?
Good shit.
Sure.
It's downstairs.
Ah, you're right.
Well, let's get on it. So,
And I think we could probably just combine for each billiard / pool table, because it's the same fee. So I will ask Half Moon.
What will you ask?
If they are currently paying a fee for their pool table.
I mean, I get notices for the dog license renewal.
Yeah.
And I get, so if I don't pay my license for the dog, I get a warning and a
Oh, yes.
notice and a rabies, make sure you got the rabies, so some of these are being enforced.
Yes, the dog one.
I mean, I don't have to fool with this.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody's the pool table, a lot of people of the city using the pool, hopefully they are. I mean, what you do with your dog, nobody's there to check with you, you know.
Right, but my point is that I get a notice.
Yeah, it does get
in the mail.
enforced.
Yeah, I think there should be a notice.
Right, so like similarly, there should be notice for pool halls and all these other that go out.
Well, that is gonna cost us more though, all these notices. And
Well, I know who's gonna do it, that's the question.
Well, dog license, I would like $10.
why do we need a notice? Why cannot be all electronically? I mean, we'll just send an email to the owner of the place.
Why, right, now, I don't know.
Okay, I guess,
We've got more transient merchants.
More transient merchants.
So how do they differ from, how do they differ from the hawkers and, peddlers, hawkers, and transient merchant with the year, 1 month and single day, and then we've got more transient merchants down here with different rates?
Don't know. My fear is that we should, probably should have asked all these questions of Tracy before she left. But, oh well. We'll figure it out. The difference between, okay, let's keep going.
Well, mass gathering permit, let's just, I think that should be raised by 25%. We have a few of those, you know, there is inconvenience to a lot of people, these mass gatherings, and raising it by $25, I think is understandable.
It's also like any wedding that happens on public property as well. If you're doing a wedding down by the riverfront.
Yeah, I mean, all this, there's, you know, negatively impacted people with parking and traffic and all that, so raising it by 25%.
So what do you want to raise it to?
125
Say again?
to $25 more to 125. We said we're doing 25%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. All right, 125, sold. Film still photography permit.
That's recent.
Yeah,
So I
those
don't
are
need to
basically,
do anything about
We gotta leave it alone.
so all of them.
Great.
So let's go down to treasurer.
Now treasurer's, okay, and I'm assuming all this is fine. Treasurer's up because I don't think this is, I think this is, well, this is all being enforced, I'm assuming, by the treasurer's office. Administrative fee to enter into an installment agreement. Lodging tax registration fee for full-term lodging, 100, and then per bedroom rentable, 125.
The fees that are showing up here for the, garbage bag. Are they permanent?
Wait,
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Let's keep going. Treasurer's office, are we changing anything here?
well, I mean, last time was 2020. I think a small change is fine, right?
We want to do.
125 and 40 maybe?
125 and 40.
I think for a bedroom, like 30.
Okay.
Reasonable.
30,
So make that 125,
125 and 30, you said?
125. And then, yeah, bring 25 up to 130, up to 30.
Okay, fine, great.
Because
Okay,
that's a 20% increase.
right. Oh, yes, the garbage bags, that's going next, line 72, 73. The garbage bag fees have gone up,
Yeah, I think those are the increase.
so it's $2 and,
I thought it was 250 for this one.
Yeah.
No, it's 250 for the small ones.
Mhm. So the $15.
Currently 250.
okay.
I don't know what are the bigger ones.
No, no, but 375 maybe? I can go outside.
I don't know that.
Let me go.
Well, yeah, 5
I'll
minutes.
raise you. Let me just go up close. I just got an expert.
All right,
I don't remember much here. So banner permit. These are the banners that go up on.
across the city streets.
I think that probably needs to go up.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the cost to DPW of manpower of putting them up and taking them down.
It says 75 per week, but I don't think it says, I'm assuming, maybe I'm wrong, because there's 3 banners, so is that 75 per week per banner,
Should be.
right? much is it?
1750 divided by 10.
Much?
A second. By 4, I mean. 4.3, 7,
I think that's right, dear.
1750. That's what it said.
There are 5 bags. It's $2.50 a bag.
250 for the small one?
No, oh, it must be $3.50. $3.50 for
$3.50.
the larger ones.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, 350.
And while we have expert witness here, what's the price on the small ones?
I
I
told you.
rarely buy the smaller ones, so I don't know.
10 for, yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. But anyway, those were updated, so we don't need to,
All right,
and we should change the date of increase was actually 2024.
Wait a second.
right.
Are there 5 in a bundle or 4?
I think they're fine.
Five.
There are 5.
Okay, all right. So no, so there are 2. So there are 2. It
Two
says,
numbers,
yeah,
Yeah.
but I thought we raised it at the VA. Didn't go up to.
Yeah, no, we did, yeah, we raised.
Well, right there outside now, it says 2. It
You
says
can buy-
$10.
You can buy single bags or packets of 5.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the packet of 5, so it's $10. Okay, which makes it $2 per bag, guys.
All right.
So it's not $2.50 per bag,
Right, it's $2 a bag and
unless you buy a single one, which may be $2.50, but I didn't see.
I think that makes sense. It was $1.50 up to $2 and $3 up to $3.50. That makes
Okay,
sense. Like they raised
yeah.
it by 50 cents. each.
But I don't know, I just remember that.
So you're raising this again?
No, no. No, it's not. It was $1.50 a bag, now it's $2 a bag. It was $3 a bag, now it's $3.50 a bag.
I think we need to.
You want more? No. Okay, all right, so let's,
No, we're good,
should we adjourn this meeting?
yeah.
All right, so let's stop here. I think we have enough to keep ourselves busy for the next month. Finding out what else is outstanding and then, motion to adjourn.
So,
Second, wonderful. Thank you all very much for coming.